Hi there and welcome to another session of Business Studies for the 11th Standard with me, Vishwanath Sir. We are right now on internal trade and we shall continue with the retail trade part of it, where last time we did how the retailer helped the manufacturer and the wholesalers. Today we shall do how he provides services to the consumers. So retailers get their business from the consumers. So it is imperative that they provide specialized personal services to the consumers. And they see to it that there is regular availability of products, okay? Because of this, the consumers do not have any problem. They can, whenever they want their goods, whenever they want their necessities, it is got from the retailers. New products information. Whenever a new product comes, the retailer will display and make his personal efforts to spread the awareness of this new products. The features, the utilities, and how good is it? And this will involve a little bit of his marketing skill and expertise that can convince the consumers to buy the products. So new product information is conveyed by him to the consumers. Convenience in buying. The retailers provide the consumers the convenience of quantity and place. The retail trade makes the goods available at many places at the same time. Thus, it allows the consumers to buy a product in small quantity, in smaller quantity from the place of convenience to them. Okay. Then we go in for wide selection. The retailers keep a lot of stock of different variety of goods. So this allows the consumers to choose from those goods, and he will be satisfied in whatever choice he has to make, and he gets that choice. So a retailer maintains a large variety of products so that they can cater to the needs of the diverse consumers. This provides the consumers a chance to make an informed choice comparing similar products of various brands. So from this, the consumer comes to know which product is better, and which is of their convenience, and which is more reasonable and fits into their pocket. Wide selection. The retailer maintains the stocks of this, so the consumers can buy goods of their choice. After sales services. To promote the sales today, the retailers not only sell from the counter but also provide services like free demonstration at a place, time of the consumer's choice, free delivery. The retailers also do not end with that. They continue the support by using the product, in supplying spare parts, handling technical problems if any. This enhances the consumer's confidence in the product, and thus they begin to repeat the sales. Okay, so the after sales service is a very important aspect, because here the consumers or the customers feel wanted that the retailers and the other manufacturers or something are going to tend to listen to their problems and rectify the same. Provide credit facilities for those consumers whom he knows very well and they are constantly regular customers. He provides them credit facilities, and this increases the level of consumption and volume of sales. In case the consumer requires large amount of credit for a longer period of time, the retailer makes arrangements with banks and finance companies. Okay, so credit facilities are also offered by him to the consumers. So just repeating the services to the consumers. Number one, regular availability of products. So it is available whenever wanted. New product information, convenience in buying, wide selection, after sales services, and it provides credit facilities. Okay, so now we come to a journey of a very important topic, which is known as Goods and Services Tax. The Goods and Services Tax, GST, was an indirect tax which replaced all the other types of taxes which was levied in India. The Goods and Services Tax came into effect on 1st of July 2017. with the concept of one nation, one tax. The goods and services tax is a comprehensive multi-stage destination, okay, based that the tax that is levied is on every value addition. Under the GST regime, the tax is levied at every point of sale and on the value added of each stage of transfer of ownership. So it's added at every point. Okay, now there are three types of GST levied. One is the CGST, that is the central government tax, interstate tax. Then there is the SGST, that is the state government sales tax. Then there is the IGST, that is the interstate tax. Okay, so first let's discuss about CGST. It is a tax collected by the central government on the interstate sale. Okay, for example, the tax is levied on goods sold within Delhi. Then you got the SGST. This is the tax which is collected by the state government. Okay, central was C and state was S. On the interstate sale, for example, the tax is levied on goods sold within Delhi. Then IGST is the tax collected by the central government, on the interstate sale. Okay, the tax is levied on goods and services from Delhi to Tamil Nadu. Okay, that's just an example which is given. Fine. So 50% of the IGST is charged as CGST and the balance 50% is charged as SGST. The government has divided all the products under four main categories, and the goods and services are taxed at 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. So this is a fixed slab rate which they follow. Okay. So just a small repetition, the goods and services tax is an indirect tax which has replaced all the other different types of taxes which is levied within India. The goods and services tax came into effect on the 1st of July 2017 with the concept of one nation, one tax. The goods and services tax is a comprehensive multi-stage destination based tax that is levied on every value addition. Under the GST regime, the tax is levied on every point of sale only and on the value added of each stage, that is a transfer of ownership. There are three types of GST which is levied. One is the CGST, the SGST and the IGST. Okay, let's take an example. Arushi Medical, Delhi, sold products to Arvind Medical Store, Mumbai. Since it is an interstate sale, the Arushi Medical will charge IGST and deposit the same with the central government. Okay, so if they are selling it from one state to the other, the IGST is levied. Medion Enterprises Limited sold goods to United Scientific Delhi. So this is an interstate transfer, and here there will be what is known as the CGST. Okay, and it is deposited with the central government. Okay, so if the rate is 12%, then 6% is CGST and 6% is SGST. So they split that into two halves and deposited with the state government. So 6% will be deposited with the central government and 6% will be deposited with the state government. Okay, so here is something which you need to know. That this is your goods and services tax. It's a very vital part. India now has embraced this particular tax, and as we saw that it's divided into three: CGST, that is the central government interstate sale or the sales tax; SGST, that is the state government, the state goods and services tax, and the IGST, that is the interstate goods and services tax. It is a tax. CGST is a tax which is levied by the central government on the interstate sale. For example, the tax is levied on goods sold within Delhi. SGST is the tax which is collected by the state government on an interstate sale. Okay. and yes, it should be within a particular region. And finally, you have the IGST, which is a tax collected by the central government on the interstate sale. Okay, kindly go through this sessions and please revise. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.